inspired everyone to give everything they had. We kept going because of her. But in the end, we could never be like her.
Jude, did you not realize how conflicted Milla was? She was torn between her mission to protect the schism and the actions that could eventually lead to her own death.
Milla.
It's no wonder that she never found her answer. Her existence and her mission were just lies that were given to her.
Humans and spirits alike were precious to her. So precious that she valued them more than her own life. That was the Milla I loved.
Milla finally gave you something to live for, and I suppose that made you very happy. Too bad it was all for nothing. All that time you spent with her, all those feelings you have. Time to set them aside.
Set them aside? Put an end to my feelings?
Jude, hurry! Milla saved your life. You can't throw it away. Don't you understand, Jude?
Milla saved my life. She saved me. Thank you so much, Leia.
I forgot about that.
Leia! I didn't mean to. Alvin! Jude, this is your fault!
It's a Naruto and Sasuke moment right there.
Why?
I love that.
Alvin, why?
Why are you surprised? Isn't this what you expected from me?
Not like this!
Well, that's too bad. You've been pissing me off since day one. Always the perfect student, trying to please everyone. Never wavering those damn ideals.
Then what? What did you want me to do?
There we go. The reason you see people in chat talking, the reason that Alvin is attacking them right now is because Muse told Alvin that she would let him go back to she would personally transport him back to Olympius through the schism if he killed Jude's group for Muse, because Muse has been unable to find and kill them. And Muse's goal is to kill anyone who knows about the schism, aka Jude's group. Because she failed killing them in the, when she attacked the Zenithra and Milla killed herself to save them all. So that's why Alvin is attacking them all. And they're having this big philosophical debate because, Alvin, since the schism wasn't released when Milla died, Alvin thinks that it was all pointless and she shouldn't have bothered in the first place, since it didn't work out in the end. And he's basically just, it's kind of similar to Zuko from The Last Airbender, where he just, at this point, he's like, he has nothing else, so all he wants to do is go home. And the only way he can go home is if Muse takes him home. And so he's just trying to kill them. But also at the same time, you know, he's struggling because he's like, I don't want to actually, you know, I actually really like these guys. They're my good friends. Oh, no! Please don't kill me.
Who's next?
Oh, thank goodness. I didn't think you'd be able to do that.
Not good.
And so now he's fighting Jude and all of them, and, you know, when he shot Leia, he was like, it hit him like, oh, wow, I'm actually killing them, and I don't really want to do that, but I don't really have any other choice. And so now he's kind of irrational, and, like, his whole thing where he's like, oh.
How it's gonna be.
Why are we doing this?
Well, he has a lot of experience in Gald. I still have the thing in effect. So the reason why he's, like, so torn about it and why he reacted when he was, like, he actually shot Leia and he, spoiler alert, she didn't actually die. She's just injured, I'm pretty sure, because the only one who dies is, Milla. But, when he did that, he was like, oh, wow, I actually did it, even though he didn't, like, he's kind of, like, having this fight with himself where he's, like, he wants to go home, so he has to kill them, but also it's, like, these are the only people that I've ever actually had as real friends, so I don't want to do it, so, you know, he's having a hard time, is basically what's happening. Oh, I also forgot about this! Yo, Alvin, can we take 5?
Damn it. Hey, just go ahead and kill me already.
Kill you? How can you even say that to me? Milla saved your rotten life. Don't be so eager to just throw it away. Don't you get it? Milla died because she wanted us to live. She didn't die so we'd end up like this.
Well then, what the hell should we be doing? I'm not Milla. I can't live like her. I don't have a mission to fulfill.
She's not here to hold our hands anymore. We have to think for ourselves now.
Think for ourselves how?
No one is gonna make our decisions for us anymore! And no one will take responsibility for our actions ever again! Even if Milla's mission was all a lie, the truth is, she was still willing to put her life on the line to fulfill it. It's not a matter of if you can or can't. It's a matter of whether you do or don't.
Jude. You.
Why did it take me this long to figure out what Milla was trying to tell us? Let's get moving. Alvin.
We should really treat Leia's bullet wound. Like, pretty soon, I think. By the way, we were talking about this last stream. Wait a minute, we still got more cutscenes. Dang it!
Thank goodness.
Jude, are you okay?
I'm fine. Just fine. Don't worry about me.
Okay. Where's Alvin?
I don't know. He took off. Leia, thank you.
Huh? For what?
For watching over me for so long. Thanks.
Jude, did something happen I don't know about?
I just realized something. No, you helped me realize something. And for that, I thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm going to search for Maxwell.
But Milla is...
No, Maxwell is somewhere else. Remember what Muse said? Milla was just the bait to protect the schism. That would mean someone else was using Milla as a decoy.
It wasn't Muse?
No, it couldn't have been. If it was, why would she appear before us? There'd be no point in a decoy.
So that's why you think Maxwell is somewhere else out there?
Yeah. haven't tossed the food on the floor yet. You're a much nicer patient than I was.
You can say that again. So when are you leaving?
As soon as you're better.
I'm fine. I'm a tough girl, remember?
Leia, am I the reason you've pushed yourself so hard?
What do you mean?
I know I always stick my nose into other people's business. I'm wondering now if that ended up hurting you. Please, you can be honest.
I had to grow strong because I couldn't stand the thought of seeing you sad again.
Then I'll be stronger, so you won't have to. All better?
Yep, perfect. So where should we go?
I want to talk to Muse, but we're no match for her right now. I was thinking of searching for Ivor.
Yeah, I guess a handmaid might know about this stuff. That is, if he survived. Oh, who am I kidding? That guy's like a cockroach.
You're telling me. Is it really worth continuing on if our mission has to become searching for Ivar?
Jude!
Huh?
No, my face!
Easy, Tivo, easy. Good to see you.
You came all the way out here for us? Of course.
We heard that Muse began attacking the fleeing Exodus and Olympia's soldiers. We grew concerned for your safety.
She never tracked you down?
We've been on the run. So far, we've managed to elude her. What about you?
Alvin found us.
You saw that big fat liar?
Yes, we sure did.
He's still big, fat, and a liar.
I see. I'm sad to hear that. What will you two do now?
We're going to look for Maxwell.
We can see Milla again? No, Jude believes there's a real Maxwell out there.
I see. That thought never occurred to me, although it would explain much.
If you eliminate the impossible, whatever remains, however improbable, must be the truth.
The honors student is now the teacher. You've certainly come a long way, young man.
Anyway, we're planning to find Ivor first. We'll deal with Muse later. Just thinking about her scares me.
Jude, have you heard about Gaius?
No, nothing.
For whatever reason, he's begun a large-scale operation in Fenmont. It caught Muse's attention. She's attacked the city relentlessly, but he's driven her off each time.
Not even Muse can stand up to my boy.
Leia, this will be a dangerous journey. You still okay with coming along?
Of course! I'm coming too.
I'd like that, but are you sure?
We want to know if Milla was a phony or not! Although, that doesn't change the fact that she's still our friend.
I have my own reasons for wishing to meet with Gaius.
Thanks, guys.
Oh, do I finally get a moment? Okay, I know that there's a missable cutscene that we have to make sure we go see in just a minute. I think I have to walk all the way down over there. Holy cow! Cutscene central, am I right? Hey, exposure of Rieze Maxia. Got a trophy, apparently. Whew, that was a lot. A lot of stuff happened. I love this game, and I love this turn. That was the end of Part 3. We're officially in Part 4, which is the final step of the game. So once you get to the end of part 4, it'll be the end of the game. But I really quickly want to address 2 things. First of all, there's something in chat I'm going to address. But first of all is, last stream, I think it was, we had a long talk. It was before we retook Canbalar, and someone in chat asked me to describe what Gaius meant by protecting the weak until they become strong, when Gaius and Milla were talking about justice at the Xillia Woods Temple before they went. The speech that Jude gave to Alvin about Milla not being there to hold their hands anymore or anything like that, this is another reason I love this game. That speech that Jude gave is exactly what Gaius meant. It is literally, to a T, what Gaius was talking about. Is in the terms that they were speaking, that Milla and Gaius were speaking at that time about who is weak and who is strong, Jude was weak. And Milla protected Jude, even to giving her life, until just then, where Jude transitioned to being what Gaius and Milla defined as strong. So now, by that definition that they gave, Jude has gone from being weak, which is what he was pre-Zenithra, to where he is now strong post-Zenithra. Because Milla and Milla protected Jude up until that point. And Gaius protected Jude now and then as well. Like when they were retaking Canbalar and there was that guy about to attack Jude from behind, and then from down below, Gaius knocked the guy out before he could hit Jude. So Gaius and Milla, the strong, protected Jude, who was weak until this moment, where now he's no longer as weak-willed. He's in that stronger will position. And the other thing someone in chat said, Nero said, I thought Muse met Jude at Neokera. Why didn't she kill him then? 2 things. First of all, they didn't meet in Neokera. They met in the ice area after the Fezbel Marsh thing, where he got swept away into the water that took him up to the ice area near Xillia Woods in Canbalar. But Muse was low on power at the time and needed to get power back. And I assume Muse had been keeping watch over Milla in general, because Milla, as we've now learned, is being used was being used as bait to draw out Exodus. So I assume Muse would have been watching Milla throughout her journey until the Lance of Kresnik went off, and then Muse had to reveal herself to try and destroy as many Olympian ships that were coming into Rieze Maxia as possible, which she did. And I think she also helped close up that part of the schism that the Lance of Kresnik closed up, or something along those lines. That's kind of an assumption I make. It might not actually be correct. But after Muse did that, she ran low on mana, so she found Jude and was like, I've been seeing this guy with Milla the whole time. I can use him to get my powers back. And then when we got to the Zenithra, Muse said, hey, thanks to Jude tethering with me, I'm back to full power. And immediately after she was back at full power, she did the gravity thing where she tried to kill Gaius and Jude and all of them on the Zenithra, and Milla had to sacrifice herself. So as soon as Milla was done using Jude to get her power back, she immediately tried to kill him. So I'm pretty sure that's why she didn't kill him immediately upon meeting, because she decided it would be better if I use his mana lobe to get back to full power, and then I can kill him and everyone else. And obviously that's kind of backfired on her because she failed. She managed to get Milla to die, but she wasn't able to kill Jude or any of the others. I think we have to go over here for a cutscene that we will miss if we try and leave before doing it. I think we just have to... Yep, there it is.
Look, there's a spirit fossil! What's it doing here? Its mana is completely gone.
It's because Olympian soldiers used a Spyrix here.
What? Olympian soldiers were here?
Yeah, the day after I fought with Alvin. You had a terrible fever from your injury, so I'm not surprised you didn't notice.
Did you beat them?
No, they were just passing through here as they fought with soldiers from Rashagal. All I did was hide out in the shed. Pretty lame, I know.
I'm surprised you didn't step out and fight.
If I'd gone out there and gotten killed, you'd have been all alone. What I really need to do lies elsewhere. Now come on, let's go.
Yeah, you're right.
I think they were referring to the cutscenes where Muse explains to Jude that Mia's mission was lies, and they were in Neokera. Oh, I'm pretty sure Jude just escaped her. Like, she was trying to kill them, but they got away. That's why she had to ask Alvin to try and do it. Like, Muse tried to kill them on more than one attempt. There's some stuff that happens off screen right after Milla dies, and they show through flashbacks, and it's not completely linear. But I imagine she tried to kill them and then failed. Because remember, Rowan said that they had been running away from Muse and managed to avoid her? Muse is strong, but she's not infallible. Like, she hasn't been able to beat Gaius. He forces her away every time. I imagine Jude and whoever was with Jude at the time that it was explained to him, that Muse explained to Milla, like, hey... Or Muse explained to Jude, like, hey, Milla was a phony and all that. They just escaped. They got away from her. Muse isn't all-powerful. She's just, like, really strong. I'm gonna save up. Can I get an uptime in chat?